Hi friends, in the series of Secure Access in Azure Logic App, we will understand the second method how to secure our Azure Logic App using IP restriction. If you have missed to watch the part 1 of this series, kindly go through that. I have added the video link in description. So let's start. Today we will understand how to secure our Logic App endpoint using IP restriction. So let me go to the Azure portal. I am here on my Azure portal. Okay, so let me show you how we can restrict or how we can secure our Logic App endpoint using the IP restriction. What are the configuration we have to do to restrict the endpoint? So I'll go to the my resource group. Inside my resource group, I'll create new Logic App. Okay, so let's choose the resource group. I'll choose training resource group, and here I'll give my Logic App name. IP restriction. And I'll keep reason east-US, review and create. So it is validated. Now let's create that. So deployment in progress, and it will not take much time. Deployment has been done. I'll go to the resource. So in the resource, okay, so here I'll choose the template that already have Logic App. So the simple template I'll use, just a request and response, and I am just throwing a response here. I'll send the response back. Okay, so I'll just keep it like success. All right, and status code will be 200. Let's save it. This is very simple Logic App. Okay, so Logic App endpoint has been generated. Let me copy this endpoint and I'll try to post a simple request using the Postman. So I already have my message created. Okay, so now let's try to send it. Okay, so I have received this response, success, 200. Okay, now I'll go to the my Azure portal and we'll see if we have received the message or not. Go to the run history, refresh it, and you can see I have received this message, succeeded. Yep, and I have received that message, perfect, and I have sent that response back, success. All right, now now I want to restrict this endpoint. Okay, so basically the authorized IP address can only trigger the message. Okay, or whatever the IP I have configured, from where only I can receive the message, or they can only send the message through this Logic App. Okay, so how we can do that? I'll go to the my demo. Here inside the setting, you will see workflow setting. Okay, so just click on that workflow setting, and here we have this option, allowed inbound IP address. Okay, this is under the access control configuration, and if you can see the message, restrict calls to trigger in this Logic App to the provided IP range. Okay, so whatever IP range we will provide them, it will restrict to that IP address. As of now, by default, it will be any IP will be configured whenever we create the Logic App. All right, so now I want to restrict it, so I'll click on that, and here if you can see I have three options: any IP, a specific IP range, and only other Logic Apps. So second option I'll show you later. First, let's see a specific IP range. So I'll click on this. All right, so it will ask you to provide the IP range for trigger. So for my case, I'll just collect my IP address. So I'll search what is my IP. So this is my IP. So I'll just copy it. I'll go here and I'll paste. All right, and That's it. Just click on save. Updating workflow setting successfully updated. Perfect. Alright, so it is done. Now let's try to send the same message again, and expectation is it should process successfully. Right, so let's send it. Perfect, success. It's successfully processed. Now let's go and change the IP configuration. So whatever IP I have it, let's change to different IP address. Alright, so I delete it. I'll go and I'll paste, and here let's change it to some different IP range. This is not my IP, or this is not under my IP range. Alright, so let's click save. Successfully updated. So if you can see, I have this IP range that is configured, and my current IP address is 103, starting with 103, and the IP that I have configured to allowed IP address, that is starting with 203. Okay, so let's go and trigger the same request again. Perfect. So if you can see here, it is restricted now. I am getting this error 401 authorized, and here error is saying the client code address 103, this address is not in the allowed caller IP address range specified in the workflow access control configuration. Alright, so that means I have restricted this logic app using my IP configuration, and with that, if anyone, those are not configured in this IP range, if they will try to send the message, they will get this unauthorized error. Let's now delete it. Let's now delete whatever configuration I have done it. So let's change it to, let's delete this one. Okay, let's change it to my configured IP address. Save it. This is my IP address, and now if I'll try to send the message again, it should successfully processed. Perfect. If you can see, success. Alright, so in this way we can restrict the logic app endpoint, and we can allow only the authorized IP address. They can only trigger, or they can call the message using this IP address. Now let's go and see the second option. Only other logic app can call this. Okay, so in that way, how I can do that? I'll just select this. Only other logic app can call this. Okay, and if you can see, we have not given any IP range here. So now let's go and save it. Send the message without doing any further configuration. So I'll go here and I'll try to send the same message, and now I'm getting unauthorized error. Okay, now how I can resolve that? So I'll go here, because I have configured here only other logic app can call this logic app. Alright, so I'll go to my resource group again. Okay, and I'll create another logic app, and I'll give the name root logic app. Okay, root logic app secure. Review and create. Validating. Success. Let's go to my resources and choose some default template. I'll choose the same one. Use this template, and here in response I'll send message. So in response body, I'm sending response from child LA, and I'll choose a body. Okay, so before that, what I have to do, I just missed one point. After this receiving this request, I'll just have to add one action, and here just search logic app. So just choose this one. In this connector, if you can see, we have this my another logic app that I have created, demo logic app IP restriction. So I'll just choose that logic app, request. Okay, so this is my workflow information. Then I'll go my response, and in response I have just added response from child logic app and body. Okay, now let's save it. Now save, just copy this endpoint, this HTTP post URL, this logic app endpoint, just copy it and go to the Postman. I'll paste the new logic app endpoint that just generated, and let's click on send. You can see this is the response that I have received, response from child logic app, and this was the message that I sent. Correct? So let's change something here. I'll go here. If I'll choose this one and then save it, now I'm trying to send the same message. You can see this message now, the response now, response from child logic app, and this is success. And now let's go and see the run history. So go to this logic app run history, refresh it. So we have triggered 2 messages. Let's open the latest one. If you can see, I have received this request with this message, then my nested logic app was called, okay, and then I received the response here, success, and then whatever response I have received, I have passed that response here. Perfect. So in this way we can restrict that logic app. So directly we are not calling that logic app, directly we are not calling this logic app demo logic app IP restriction. We are calling this logic app from another logic app, and then we can either restrict this logic app using some IP address, some IP restriction, or we can put some another ways, like we can put in a APIM, or we can use the AD authentication. Okay, so those things we can implement on this logic app. So in that way we can secure our logic app endpoint. So this is the second part of securing your logic app endpoint. In the next video I'll show you the next option to secure your Azure Logic app. Till that time, keep learning, keep sharing. Thanks for watching this video. In case you have any question, any query, any suggestion, please contact me. Have a great day.